Alrighty, let's see if we're live. If I'm live, what is good, everybody? If I'm not live, let me get this set up. It's my first time going on the DS network, so this is pretty exciting. Where we at? Comments. What up? Hex Machina, what's good, my friend? I see you on Twitter all the time. This man is on time. Yes, I am. So I'm assuming I'm live then, obviously, since we're talking. Okay, cool. Let me get this stuff set up real quick. We'll get this ball rolling. This is going to be some fun. Let me tweet this link. Tweet this link to your friends and family. Share this. This is some good stuff. I'm going to go over the Hex charts like I always do. Look at what happened the past few days. Look at what we can expect the next few days, next few hours. The charts are looking good as always. Bullish as ever. Let me tweet this live now on and join. Let's have fun. All righty. Can you guys hear me fine? I'm assuming you can see me. You can see my charts. What's up, Johnny? Thanks for the welcome. Yeah, it's my first time here. So I've been doing this for a while. I've been doing chart work for a long, long time. I used to be a trader all the time. I don't trade anymore thanks to Richard Hart and the discovery of Hex and what the position has put me in, the past few months, years of my life. So this is pretty life-changing stuff here. So I'm more than excited to join the DS family. RG3, what is good? The man himself, the captain. I was on stream with RG last week. That was a fun stream we had. We had a good talk. We've been talking back and forth the past few weeks about setting something up where I can come through and add some value for the viewers and whatnot. Just going through the Hex charts. So just give me 1 second. Let me just finish setting this up. Oh, I'm hearing myself. Hang on. Okay, cool. So I'm not going to waste too much time. I'm just going to dive right into it. So if you guys, let me see if I can find comments. So I'm a little new to the technology with streaming. I'm a veteran in the game, but new to the streaming world. Let's see if I can view my comments while I'm on the charts, whatever. I'll pop back and forth on the comments and whatnot. So bear with me if I don't respond right away. But as I always do, I'm going to start off looking at Hex, talk about Hex. And then we're just going to go through all the charts real quick. I like to just start my nights off. Anytime I look at the crypto markets, I want to just compare all the charts next to each other. Feels good being a Hexican in today's world doing that, especially. But it's always good to know what's going on, in the world around us. So make sure that's on there. So first chart, I'm going to look at Ethereum. So we've been measuring. So as we all know, the markets have been dropping the past month, maybe 4 to 6 weeks, let's say. So I've just been measuring the percentage that every market is down, since their big drops. I call it the mid-May drop. So Ethereum right now, from its top that we had around 4,350, we hit 4,400 at one point. I'll be generous. Ethereum, we were down 42% as of a few nights ago. Now we're down 46%. So you are still going down by about 1 to 2% per day if you're holding Ethereum. So Ethereum, we're down 46% since our top. Cardano, another coin. I like this coin. We're going down even more since last stream. We're down 40% now. So our Cardano is not looking too good. Ethereum is not looking too good. Bitcoin, I'm being nice to the Bitcoin people out there because the drop is way bigger from its all-time high, but I'm just going to stick from the drop that happened, the mid-May drop, just because I'm talking about the drop that's happened, in the past month or so. So Bitcoin, being generous, we're down even more. Well, 36% Bitcoin is down. Dogecoin, this is a fun one. Dogecoin, from its top, we're down 58.6%. So Dogecoin's down big. I'm sorry for the people that bought it, bought the top at least, which probably everyone did. There's so many people in crypto that, didn't know anything about crypto or investing or whatnot. I was telling them about Hex, and nobody wants to listen. No one ever wants to listen to Hex. But the moment Dogecoin explodes and hits 70 cents, everybody and their mom was buying Dogecoin at the top through Robinhood, and you see the end result. I mean, I'm sure it's the end result for them because they're probably all weak hands. They've never been to crypto, but yeah, so Dogecoin's not doing too well. XRP, we're going down more too. So XRP, we're down 56%. Let's go BNB. See what's going on in the Binance world. We're down 48%. So what's the best performing one? Is it Bitcoin actually? Out of all the ones going down, maybe Bitcoin 37%. Let's compare Hex now. Hex from the mid-May drop. Let's go mid-May. Let's take our mid-May top and see what happened. Everything's down 37 to 60%. Hex, we're up 44% right now. We're creating all-time highs. Let me put this up a little bit higher. We're up 44% right now. So Hex is creating all-time highs while the entire market is down and down big. So this is something monumental. This is historic. This is something that is really going to be remembered by all of us and the rest of the crypto world, probably for the rest of our lives. You know, we're going to look back and be like, we remember the COVID dip, right? That was last year. This year, I think the theme of 2021, we're going to look back and remember when the bear market started. Who knows if it started? It probably did. Probably, who knows? It's all speculation, but we're going to look back when the bear market started. Hex created all-time highs. When the bear market started, Hex really took off and became that #1 coin, you know? Maybe the market cap's not showing it just yet, but we all know in terms of technology, utility, and just the coin itself and the potential behind it, Hex has been #1 since the day it was made. It was designed to fix every flaw that Bitcoin and Ethereum couldn't address and monetize, you know, like Richard Hart says, monetize the only thing that matters, which is buyers holding and not selling. So just looking at price, Hex is looking very good right now, as always. But also we're still early. You know, if you're in Hex itself, the price alone is doing a lot, rewarding a lot of us, but it's those T shares that are the most important. You get those T shares by staking your Hex, you're getting paid interest daily. And even if price does go down, it's good for us because we can accumulate by the dip and we're still getting paid, no matter which route the price is going. So something super special right there. So I know not many people saw my last stream on my own channel. I was streaming 2 nights ago. What day is today? Today's Thursday. I was streaming Tuesday night, I believe, or Monday night, my last stream. But we were looking at Hex. Let me go down to the 4-hour chart to show you exactly where we're at. We were in this area. So while I was live on stream, we were just past this huge 4-hour wick right here. And I'll circle in case you guys can't see my mouse. We were just at this wick on this candle. Well, that just happened, but then I think we were right here, somewhere in this area, or maybe even a little bit behind it. But point is, we were around this phase of Hex when I was streaming the other night. And what I said is, ideally, in a perfect world, we would want to bounce off this 8.4 level and just shoot right up. You know, that'd be cool for all the Hexicans that already bought, that are already holding, because we wouldn't have to really be too patient with waiting for the next impulse up. I did say, though, I would not be shocked if we touch the bottom of this area, which is 7.777, whatever, you know, 7.7 pennies. This is exactly what price did. So this is actually very good. Price did, it shot down very, very fast. This is a very volatile wick, or not wick, but candle we had down to the downside. So for a moment there, it looked a little weak. I thought for a second price might have ripped. If price did rip the 7.7 range, I mean, it's okay for all of us because discount at Hex is good for all of us. We know how good the opportunity is. We know where Hex is going eventually. We're talking, you know, dollars. And right now we're still less than 10 pennies. But if price did rip the 777 and break structure, I was fully expecting to, you know, retest this area of price action where we created all these tops, you know, previously around the 6.5 penny range. It doesn't look like price did that, and it doesn't look like price wants to do that. So I can go over that a little later in the stream of like worst case scenario, which is, it's not really worst case, but I guess a more bearish side of things, just to give everyone all the perspectives. But it looks like Hex is it's staying strong as ever. So it looks very good in the 4-hour, but a chart that matters more is a day chart. These candles just, you know, have so much more weight behind them. And this kind of tells true price because all those candles look like massive drops on the 4-hour chart. If you go to the day chart, it's straight wicks. So based on what we were talking about my last stream, this 8.4 penny range has been respected. We can even say 8.5. So with all those volatile candles pushing down, all those sellers, we saw the Hex Whale bot posting the tweets about everyone, you know, ending their stakes and all that, hundreds of thousands of dollars selling. The Hexicans, we bought these dips. We really ate these dips. We got that discount and we didn't let it linger that much longer. So Point is, so the first day we wicked down there, closed way above. The second day when we went under 777 for probably like 30 minutes to an hour, maybe a couple hours, we still closed at the end of the day at the exact level I wanted us to stay above. Very next candle, very next day, pushes right above. It actually engulfed it. So an engulfing candle is just means if a candle's going one way, the very next candle goes the opposite way and is bigger than the previous candle. It engulfs it, almost like eats it. When you see something like that, that's very bullish as long as it's pointing in the right direction. Obviously, if the chart was flipped, it'd be a bearish thing. But for Hex's point of view, from Hex's point of view, that's a very bullish thing to pay attention to. It looks like price does want to go up. So to kind of go over what I was talking about in my last stream and what I thought Hex might do here to round out June, let me just talk about that real quick. So we had this, the massive bullish flag that we all looked at in May, the most picture-perfect bullish flag in the history of charts. That was awesome. We saw the impulse break, and then we kind of just, stayed in this area. We kind of formed somewhat of a pennant. We can kind of call these a lot of different patterns, but a triangle, a pennant, whatnot. But basically, price was kind of trapped in this area. We created almost a triple top. This was just a wick right here. You see this top here. We almost created a triple top. This ended up just being a wick, and the next time we touched, we ripped. But we created a lot of tension in price over here after that bullish flag. Typically, when you create like a pennant or a triangle pattern, price is just so tense that it's going to just eventually break. It's going to rip through strong one way. Well, for us, obviously, price ripped through on the upside, so we broke that. So what I like to see after the price gets trapped at the top of these, resistance levels, I like to see prices rip through and start wave one of what I call an Elliott wave. Now, keep in mind, Elliott waves, they don't always have to be picture perfect. You can create Elliott waves on a day chart, on an hour chart, on a minute chart. The market's always going to be moving in waves, 3 to 5 wave patterns. So as it's going down one big wave, it could be creating like a 5 mini wave up on a correction as it works its way down. So when I talk about waves on different, charts, make sure you guys understand which chart I'm on. So if I'm creating a 5 wave pattern on the day chart, it might not look the exact same on the hour chart because the hour chart might be something that's more short term in the day while, the big picture paints itself out, right? But anyway, so when we break out of these price trap areas, I like to see the start of an Elliott wave pattern. And we got a picture perfect start of that. So this rectangle's the top. Here's the top of the line here. Let me delete this one. This was from the other night. Basically, we broke through, and wave one was a huge impulse up. After every impulse, you always want to see a correction. That's how you know a trend line is healthy and strong. It moves impulse, correction, impulse, or is mine in the camera? Impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. That's how waves move. So we got the first impulse. This is a perfect correction. That's why I said this 8.4 penny range. If we stay above that, that's going to be a very healthy and bullish correction, but I wouldn't be shocked to touch that 777 area. By the way, if you guys don't know how I found these areas, just go back to my old streams. I walked down every area all the way. This was before I was a streamer, actually. But I walked down this area at first. We walked down this area. Then the 777 was our next big target after the big bull flag. We finally got that. And by the way, I'll talk about this later, but our next major target's all the way up in 13 cents, short term kind of. Minor target's 10 cents. But yeah, so these rectangles, there's a reason behind those. Just go check my old streams. But yeah, so the reason why I bring up this whole area is because after the first impulse, the correction, you want to see the correction respect this entire area down here. And that's exactly what it looks like it's doing. So what I can see very soon, and actually we're in the midst of right now, is Hex creating, so that's wave 2, by the way, wave 3 on this Elliott wave. Bare minimum, wave 3 should take us to 10 cents. If not higher. I mean, I'm thinking wave 3 will probably push us around 11 or so. And this chart doesn't have the markups as to why, but I have another chart I can show you guys for that. But wave 3, I told you guys in the stream the other night, I want to see Hex hit this. Wave 4 would be a correction to flip 10 cents into a support level. I was telling everybody on stream, I wanted to see that happen by my birthday. My birthday is June 21st, first day of summer, by the way. If I can get a 10-cent Hex on my birthday, but not only a 10-cent Hex, but a 10-cent Hex flipped as a support level. Because if that happens, we'll probably end off June pushing 13 cents, 12 to 13. It was like 12.8, 12.9. Let's say 13 cents. That was my bold prediction, which is like, that probably sounds conservative into the mind of all the Hexicans, but that's my prediction. And if you guys watch me, I don't try to get too overly bullish because, I mean, we all know where Hex is going. It's the most bullish chart in all of crypto. I just try to keep it like is if the technicals follow perfectly and whatnot. Okay. So that's kind of where we were. That's where we're going. So that's kind of an update of what has been happening. So now where price is at right now, we can look down in the smaller time frames. I can give you guys some ideas on what to expect the next few hours, days, or whatnot. So give me 1 second. I forgot I'm on like I should probably check comments or whatnot. There's probably oh yeah, I'm so far behind in comments. I'm sorry, guys. I might need someone to, yeah, someone's probably have to help me with this. Yeah, sorry. I'm so behind in the comments by now. I'll try to catch up and stuff later on. I know I talk a lot without looking at the comments, but I'll get back to you guys. Anyways, so yeah, so something to look out for short term. So this is today. This is where we're at. We saw, not today, but let me go to the hour chart real quick to show you guys exactly what's happening today. So obviously the past few hours, Hex has just been mad bullish, you know. So once we had that big drop past the 777 range, we instantly just bounced right up, respected it. For a second, I thought we could have saw something like this. So for anybody that knows technicals, there's a pattern called the head and shoulders pattern. It never works on the downside in crypto, but it always works in Forex. For those of you that are familiar with Forex, it always works in Forex. But I've come to understand over the past few years in crypto, if you're creating a head and shoulders bearish pattern, it always breaks the other shoulder line. That's exactly what Hex is doing. So it confirms the bullish activity. But to show you guys what that looks like. So here's a shoulder. That's like the arm. This is the shoulder, end shoulder, the neckline. And here's the head down to the neckline. And then in these scenarios, you would create another shoulder right here. If you look closely, that's exactly what Hex kind of formed for a second, right? It created that other shoulder. We started to twist down a little bit. But like I said, in crypto and specifically Hex, it usually never honors that last shoulder area. So two reasons why I bring that up is because what I told you guys on Twitter the other day, if Hex breaks the 777 area, we're going to 6.4. The reason why I said that is because if we broke that and just finished off the shoulder pattern, we're just probably going to come down to this area and then shoot right back up. Being a Hexagon, it's kind of cool to see dips because we already know where price is going, how fast it's going to go. So anytime we can get a massive discount and buy that dip, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure Hexagons are the only people in crypto that actually like to see the dips, you know? I can speak for a lot of us. I don't know everybody, but for a lot of Hexagons, we love to see the dips because A, we're getting paid in T-shares no matter if the price is going up or down. And B, I mean, man, literally in February, you know, you can put $100 into Hex and get 10,000 Hex. Now it's like you might get 1,000, you know? So there's just, it's so much less Hex you get nowadays. So anytime we get any chance we get to buy at a way cheaper level, it's an exciting thing. So fortunately and unfortunately, we didn't get that because fortunately price is going up. Unfortunately, we didn't get the discount. Either way, it's still at a discount. We're under 10 pennies. If we're at 25 pennies, 50 pennies, 75 pennies, we're still at a discount. If we're at $1, we're still at a discount from where Hex is going. But I like this. I like floating around in this 10 penny range right now. I'm kind of appreciating while it's here. But yeah, so we see that price did not respect that head and shoulders pattern. So that broke that structure. So any short-term bearishness kind of got broke. So now we're just looking at what's going to happen now because in the charts, you can't really predict what's going to happen in the future. You can only project and react, right? So based on what happened, we are starting to create a mini wave pattern, as you can see now, right? So this is a quick 1, 2, 3 point Elliott wave pattern. And I wouldn't be surprised to see some resistance here at the top where our all-time high is at. So if something happened like this, maybe we already touched that. We see a little bit of bounce back right here. And then we probably retest this range. Let me get my rectangle. I wouldn't be shocked to see us retest. You see all these lows tapping right here. And then this high right here from the previously. I would say something in this range, very short term, we can see waves 4 and 5 on a short-term pattern if we're drawing it in the 1 hour chart. So 1, 2, 3. You know, respect here 4, and then just, hey, shoot us up right up to 10 pennies. If that happens tonight, that'd be awesome. You know, if it very well could happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it probably happens by tomorrow or something. So hopefully we see a 10 pennies Hex here very, very soon. And like I said, by my birthday, I want to break 10 pennies, come into this range, hit 11 or so, and then flip this 10 penny level into a support line. Before we take off to the next level, 12 to 13 cents. So things are still looking bullish. Things are still on par. If things change, you guys just follow me on Twitter. I'm always updating you guys in the charts and whatnot. Actually, it looks like we are down. Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. Sorry. My screen's just dirty. I thought that was a candle. Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised to see something like this. You know, it's a little touchdown and then bam, come up to our minor target of 10 cents. Once we get 10 cents, I know we're celebrating. I know a lot of us celebrated at 1 cent, at 1 penny. I know a lot of people are thinking 10 pennies is that pipe dream, the same way we're thinking $1 is a pipe dream now, then $10, $100, whatever it is, you know? Sorry, I'm thirsty. I talked a lot. So that's kind of short term. So yeah, what I just showed you guys in Hex, this is what I expect short term. So just keep an eye out for that. And let me show you another chart to give you more of a long-term analysis and touch base on what I talked about in my last stream. If you guys caught my last stream, I was rocking the pink Hex shirt, the very tight one. That was pretty cool. Let me just switch cameras real quick. Give me 1 second. What's good, everybody? Now you see me up close and personal. Where we at? Microsoft Edge tab. Okay, here's a new chart for you guys. Let me see. Bullish by miles. I'm gonna try to catch up to some of the comments real quick. See what's going on. Even my grandma got her Dogecoin to pass on. Smash home, like and share. Yeah, Hex killing it as usual. 40% down. Yeah. So yeah, we're so early. I don't know how to use that feature where people put the comments on the screen. I'll have to get RG3 in here with me one of these days to just, you know, do all that fun stuff for me. Yeah, looking at all the liquidity. Show. Here we go. Mudhog. Looking at all the liquidity, Hex could pump to 25 cents. I agree, and I'll show you that in this chart, actually. Hex will get there eventually. That's cool. That's 2 weeks of my life in crypto. That's awesome. We're above 9 cents again. Life is good. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Okay, sorry, that's too many comments. I'll get back to them later. Let me show you guys the chart because that's what you guys are here for. So this is the long-term chart. And again, just if you guys haven't seen my streams, to give you a quick rundown of what I like to see, the exact kind of thing. So recently we formed this pennant pattern like I was showing you in the last chart. Let me delete all these red lines off of here real quick. So we formed this pennant pattern. This is the one I just pointed out in that short-term chart. We broke it, right? I called that a price trap when we were creating those highs. Well, we had a massive price trap for about 5-6 months in the grand scheme of things, okay? So all the way from October of 2020 through March of 2021, we could not break, 1.5 penny. I mean, we wished past it for a little bit. We could not break 1 penny for the life of us. But like I said, whenever we have a price trap, the best way to have, the best way that makes me feel bullish about breaking out of a price trap is when we start those Elliott waves. Something to confirm that even furthermore, though, is once we create that first wave and break that, triple top, I want to see that second wave come down and flip that massive resistance level into a support level. So this is picture perfect technical analysis right here. So when Hex did that, first wave broke it, second wave came down, we retested that, and then we just took off. We took off. We created a massive third wave, huge impulse. So now we're just corrected. Fourth wave is a correction, whereas the big bull flag, we're in the midst of that fifth wave. So that fifth wave, it aligns with that minor target of 10 pennies. But I think this thing's going to go a little bit higher. Oh, man. I want to show you guys. This thing might go a little higher in the grand scheme of things. We could see something as high as 17 cents. I threw a Fibonacci on there, and the next key level is 17 cents. But like I said, that could take days. That can be, it could happen soon. If we break this 10 penny range with ease and then we flip that into a support level, who knows where the next top is at. But yeah, we can go anywhere from 13 to 17 cents on this next impulse. We're in the fifth and final wave of this actual breakout that we had here long term. And something that makes this very bullish too, to keep in mind. So anybody that's familiar with the Fibonacci, and don't live or die by this, especially in Hex. Hex breaks all technicals. I'm just here to try to give you guys the technicals for the people that watch the charts daily. I know there's new investors that are brand new to crypto. They look at the chart, they see it negative for the day, and they're like, oh my God, what am I doing? And it's not as fun to watch when things are negative. I'm trying to be that guy, that voice for you guys to understand what price is doing, why it's doing it, and why it's healthy for Hex. Short term at least, because there's enough streamers out there that give you the long term overview that are way smarter and more educated than me that really do Hex's job. But when we created this beautiful bull flag back in early May, the bottom here was on the 618 level on the Fibonacci. If I put the Fib on the all-time price of Hex, so that really is literally, you can't get more picture perfect technicals than, you know, just using the simple tools like this. The reason why I bring that up is because when we get past that, we're for sure going to touch the 1.618 level, and that's exactly where 10 cents is at. So to kind of compare that with my short-term chart, we're for sure hitting 10 cents here probably very, very soon. It'd be great if it happened on stream, right? But once we break that, the next level of the 618 is right here at 17 cents. So I can't remember who said that in the comment, but 17 cents, I can very well see that. I don't know, they said 25 cents, but 17 is that next area. But if we come up here, the 3.618 levels at that 25 cent range. So if we come up to 2.618, respect that a little bit, and then go back up, you know, for the next impulse, 3.618 is going to be that quarter area. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself just because I want to keep you guys, you know, more focused on the short term. What I could see happening, though, on the long scheme of things is this. Once we hit 10 cents, we're probably going to, you know, see some muddy water here. We're probably going to hit 10 cents and then just kind of bounce in this range for a little while. There's going to be so many people selling at 10 cents for whatever reason. But you know how some people get when they see that type of return. So the sellers are going to just, you know, drain the weak hands or whatnot. But after we kind of build up here, there's two things that come into play. We're going to flip 10 cents into a support, and the pulse chain sacrifice phase is going to start probably around that time. If I had to guess, and I don't have a crystal ball, but the way Richard Hart's talking about it, pulse chain is going to be here sooner, way sooner rather than later. So there's something interesting I want to show you guys that ties into that. So if you guys remember the April 2020 impulse that we had, this was massive, right? So if we even replicate something like this, I want to show you guys where price can eventually go, and this is gonna be a good one. I know you guys like bullish stuff, so say, you know, price kind of got muddy a little bit right before the breakout, but when we broke out in April and hit that top in May, we went up 1,245%. So let's just say 1,200% to be generous, all right? So say price does that and flips 10 cents into a support line, and the pulse chain sacrifice phase happens. That's like beautiful technicals aligning with fundamentals. Let's see what 1,200% can do from here, or even half of that. So let's be generous and do half of 1,200. Let's go 600%. What can Hex see if it does something like that? If history just decides to repeat itself, if we go up 600% and do half of what we did last April, I mean, you guys see that number right there. That's a 62 cent Hex. If we replicate 1,200%. $1.15. So that's not me just coming up with any theory or anything. That's me just assuming that if the universe aligns and the fundamentals align with the technicals, and we recreate history and create another impulse like we've already seen once before in Hex, we can very well see this thing just take off and never come back. Who knows what pulse chain can do? It's just like anything in this world. Like some things, you got to just really believe it before you see it. Those are the people that, you know, take advantage of opportunities. With Hex, it's like COVID. Nobody thought the world can shut down before COVID hit. Nobody thought everyone would be wearing masks, but then it just happened, and boom, overnight, the world changed, and then we accept the reality. With Hex, we might not see that just yet. We might not think it. We might not be able to fathom it, but if it happens, it's going to happen. And once it happens, it's going to be just like that, assuming something like that does happen. So I wouldn't, you know, play with fire with pulse chain and be really conservative when time comes. I'd be hungry. This is not financial advice by any means, but I'd be hungry and ready to attack that opportunity when it comes. And who knows what Hex is going to do on this chain, let alone on the other chain, plus the airdrop and everything. This is just a very good time for all of us in this community to really maximize on an opportunity and really, you know, see a good profit off of that. Okay, cool. So let me see the comments. Get back to you guys a little bit. Serenity, birthday, June 22nd. There you go. I like that birthday. Day after mine. Longest day of the year. Exactly. Yeah, it is the longest day of the year. 10 cents, major target. I think a lot of limit orders are set at the dime, so I bet we'll tap a dime, pull back pretty. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, 10 cents, there's definitely going to be a lot of sellers. That's for sure. So, but it's not, the sellers definitely aren't going to outweigh the buyers, because, you know, if that price dips even a little bit, we're all jumping all over that. So don't worry about that. Let's see. Yeah, Uncle Kevin, we love those dips. As Hexikins, we love those dips, especially if you have those T-shares right now. You're getting paid on those dips, and you get to buy at a discount. If you get to walk into a crypto store and see Hex off 10, 20%, you got to buy that. That's what happened the other day. When we went down to 7.7 pennies, that was a quick 18% dip that we had. And that's a discount, you know. It's hard to get a discount in Hex nowadays, you know, because what we were buying a month ago is literally almost, you know, 3x or 4x what we're buying today. In all reality, it sounds silly. The only the only price that's keeping up with Hex maybe in this world is the price of lumber. The price to buy wood in this world is probably going up just as fast as Hex, but even Hex is outperforming the price of lumber at this point. There's literally nothing in this world that's keeping up with Hex. Got your chips waiting for that dip. Yeah, hopefully that dip comes, Justin. But I mean, I want to bank on it. We're messing with the wrong beast in Hex if we're waiting for a dip. Real quick, I'm going to go back to my short-term chart and see exactly what's happening, show you guys this one because I want to walk these things down a little bit. 1 second. Let me flip this out. With that. Let me get back to all the comments in a second. Oh, no. What'd I do? Can you guys still hear me? I'm still on. Okay. Go back to this chart. StreamYard. Okay. Couple more comments. Thanks, Kevin. Hex Asians in the house. What is good? What's good, Hex Asians? I've seen a couple of your videos. I like what you guys do. You guys do some very good work. Oh, dang, that comment just skipped all the way to the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna just go back to the chart because I lost myself in the comments anyways. So yeah, short term for the people that weren't here right away. So yeah, this is what I'm expecting here, like right here, right now on the 1 hour chart. We didn't honor that head and shoulders pattern. Instead, we created a new wave, an Elliott wave pattern out of this. Wave 1, impulse correction. Wave 2, impulse wave 3. Ideally, if this is a perfect world, I would want to see us touch this red line here. But in all reality, I can move this red line right to where all this price action touched. And yeah, that's probably more reasonable. Although I do like to just go off all-time highs, but it doesn't have to be picture perfect, although Hex usually is. But yeah, wave 3, wave 4, I wouldn't be surprised to see us go back down to 8.9 pennies. We're probably gonna revisit this on stream or right after stream. Once we hit this, like I said, we're bare minimum gonna push up to that 9.5, 9.6 all-time high. But I do want to see us go back to that 10 penny range. Okay. Another thing I want to show you guys too now. So now that we see Hex long-term, short-term, kind of an idea of what to expect, I want to show you guys the Hex and Ethereum chart. This is, the Hex against Ethereum chart, okay? This is a key chart. Don't mind all my drawings. This is from my stream like 2 weeks ago. As you can see, price is honoring this. Like, we created Elliott waves. Price did what it had to do. Now it's touching all-time highs. We just broke an all-time high on Hex against Ethereum. And if that didn't resonate with you guys, we just broke here today, like an hour ago, we just broke the all-time high against Ethereum. So this is the Ethereum chart, Hex against Ethereum. This was our previous all-time high. We just broke that. We are going into uncharted territory. So this means a few things for us. This is what I can see happening. So first, I'm going to show you exactly what happened and why it happened. And then I'm going to show you guys what I think is going to happen next in correlation to our 10-cent Hex, okay? Excuse me. 1 second. Okay, price trap, okay? This, I don't worry about big payday stuff, but price trap. So we had this big range where we were just moving sideways. We were trading sideways for about 5 months, the same way that Hex was doing that, the same way, So Hex against Ethereum, trading sideways, 5 months. But like I said, the past 2 times, every time we break out of a sideways trading market, you want to see a break and retest of the past resistance line and flip that to a support and creating those Elliott waves. What do we do? 1, 2, we flip that into a support line. 3, 4 at that time. 5th wave, we tested a previous all-time, not all-time high, a previous high, which was back in the beginning of the year. And that's kind of where I left the chart at, but I was saying we're going to, go forward, hit this all-time high here, all that good stuff. But if I keep it, and that was more on like the 4-hour chart. I try to just draw that out on the daily chart to make it simple, so I was a bounce between charts. But now in confirming that 5-wave pattern to break out of that price trap, we created a bigger, more grand Elliott wave, and we're on wave 3 right now. So wave 1 right here touched that local high to start the year. Wave 2 was that correction. This was the bull flag that we saw in Hex that was right off that 618 level that we exploded off of. Wave 3, we're in the midst of right now, right? In wave 3, we're touching these all-time highs. Now, this is the key parts of this that we all have to pay attention to. We're in all-time highs against Ethereum, and we're about to touch 10 cents. What I want to see happen and what I do truly think will happen, no crystal ball, but based on my experience in watching these charts for a while, I do think something like this is going to happen. Hex is going to touch 10 cents while we touch 10 cents, we're going to create, you know, a new high somewhere like in this range or whatnot against the Ethereum chart, right? We're going to finish off that third wave. Once we hit 10 cents, a lot of people are going to sell. So Hex is going to get kind of muddy for a little bit. While Hex pulls back just a little bit, it's going to give us enough time to create a fourth correction wave against Ethereum to flip the all-time high into a support line. What's going to happen in correlation is Hex is going to flip the all-time high against Ethereum into a support line at the same time that Hex is going to flip the 10-cent range into an all-time high against the US dollar. And what's the fifth wave going to do for both of them? Moon's an understatement. We're going to go, we're in uncharted territory. So like the sky's the limit at this point. And if the bear market is truly in effect and we are seeing the start of what might happen and even bigger dips for Ethereum and Bitcoin and everything can keep going down. And if Hex even maintains its price or just keeps going up as it has been doing, I mean, man, like, I don't even know. I can't put that number out there for you guys. I just don't know. But it's really just, it's a number that's going to be so astronomical that, like I said, the moon's the first step in the staircase out the galaxy that Hex is going. So with that being said, we're bright and early. We're still bright and early. If you got Hex at 9 pennies, it's a discount. You got Hex at 10 pennies, it's a discount. You get a 17-cent Hex, it's a discount. 25-cent Hex is a discount. 99 cents or below, it's a discount. $1, okay, now we're at a fair price, but it's still going to go up. You know, I'm not going to get that far out of myself, but you guys know where Hex is going, okay? So that's another thing to pay attention to. If you guys have questions on it, let me know. Let me try to get back to some of these comments here. And sorry if I missed some of them. Like the chart, the chat just kind of resets itself every few minutes or whatnot. But yeah, so that's that. We saw Hex compared to everything else. Like I said, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, BNB, XRP, Dogecoin, they're all down 30, 40, 50, 60%. Hex, we're at all-time highs right now. We're about to break an all-time high again. This is just monumental. This is something we're going to remember. Like I said, we're going to remember 2020 because of the COVID dip. We're going to remember 2021 as the bear market that happened for everything in crypto except for Hex. So this is a very special time to be a part of Hex. And we're still able to get T-shares. T-shares are still out there. They're still available. Get those T-shares while you can. Those T-shares are going to be, priceless one day. Okay, let's see. Beautiful charting. Hexagons head and shoulders above the rest. Oh, yeah. Thank you, RG3. Yeah, head and shoulders above the rest. Literally, we're head and shoulders above our own head and shoulder pattern that, technicals tried to, create. Thanks, Sammy, for the shout out on the shirt. I know you saw the pink shirt the other night, too. Thank you, Machina. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hex charting is TA and steroids. TA is a graphical representation of emotion. Yeah, absolutely. It is. It's on steroids. Flip BNB tonight. Let's check that. Let's go to nomics.com. How close are we? Let me share the right screen with you guys. Stop cam. Stop screen. I'm getting more seamless with these transitions. Let's go to Nomics real quick. Where are we at? All right, so we're number 5 in the world. No news there. What's our market cap? Ooh, 52.27 billion Hex, 54.07 BN. Oh, we're flipping BNB, RG. We're flipping BNB. This might happen. This could happen tonight. You guys, we all need to get out there and just hype the crap out of Hex right now. Let's get Hex past BNB tonight because, yeah, that's inevitable. By the way, Hex will be top 3 here very soon. The only reason why Tether is going so strong is because typically when bear markets start and prices go down, a lot of people convert their Bitcoin, Ethereum into a stable coin so they don't lose value. That's the only reason why Tether is down. But once the bear market ends and the prices, the charts start to go back up overall, the markets go back overall, Tether's going to go down. So by default, Hex is going to pass that. And you're not going to see too much money being pumped into Tether like that as if it was something that people trade like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Hex or anything. Yeah, we are deadly close to BNB, and that would be something, right? There's not a coin out there that's outperforming Hex. Like there really isn't. Before it was like, okay, how does the world not see this? Well, then again, the major sites that people use are still like CoinMarketCap and stuff like that, and we know the truth about those guys. Fraudulent to say the least. But there's not a coin out there. If people like Cardano, great. People like Dogecoin, people like XRP, people like Polkadot, people like Uniswap, people like anything. Well, yeah, great. Hex is doing better than that, and Hex is cheaper than that. Hex is cheaper than that. Like just looking at the price itself, like 9 pennies to buy something that's already way higher than that in market cap and just in rankings in the world. Yeah, we're going to pass BNB hopefully tonight. So once Hex hits 10 pennies, we're going to celebrate a 10 penny Hex and we're going to celebrate number 4 in the world. And then let's just hope that the bull market comes. Let's hope that we stay in a bull market somehow, some way, just so Tether can go down nice and quick for us. But either way, 52 to 62 billion, that's one big candle right there in Hex. So yeah, we'll definitely flip that. It's a good eye. Let's see what else we got. BNB going down. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you guys got any questions, Jenkinz cuts to the chase of the TA. Yeah, Hexander. I tried to. I've already been out for 40 minutes, so sorry to keep you guys. I don't try to talk too long. There's a lot to talk about. I like to keep. I might even show. Oh, I'm not even showing you guys this. Sorry. I thought I was showing you guys Nomics, but yeah, real quick. 54 billion in Nomics, 52 billion in Hex. This is going to get flipped hopefully tonight. Once we hit 10 cents, we're going to celebrate number 4 in the world and 10 cents. That's pretty cool. Sorry, I thought that whole time I was talking, you guys were looking at Nomics with me. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the compliments. 11, 12, 13, 14, 1. Yeah, we can see this thing go to a zillion, you know. Yeah, I'm losing the comments. It's all good. See what else we got. It's amazing. Holy crap, you're impressive. Do you stop to breathe? David. Yeah, thank you, David. I don't. I guess I don't. I mean, that my mouth gets dry every, like, you know. My mouth gets dry so fast. I talk a lot, but it's like, I don't know if I breathe. I really don't know. How's it going, Russ? Welcome to the stream. Think someone said Hex was designed to do something like XXX and camera go. Yeah, I mean, it already is doing XXX, you know, and we're just going to do more and more and more. So, yeah, 10 cents. Richard needs to light the candles. That's something he's going to do. So he's definitely prepared for that. So, I don't know. Like, if you guys, in all reality, by the way, if you guys didn't see this morning, Richard Hart, he was on a stream. What was their names? I can't remember. The Crypto Gentleman. I can't remember, but Richard Hart did a stream this morning. It was a very, very informative and educational stream. One of his best streams yet. Back when Hex was still brand new, Richard was dropping gems every time he went live. And then after a while, he started showing off like all his fancy stuff, and you know, kind of lost me a little bit. But I understand like where he's coming from. But this stream, he got back to, you know, the Richard he's always been, and he really broke down Hex details and where we're going, a little bit of pulse chain. So check that out. Yeah. So, but that's really, yeah, the gentleman in crypto. So that's exactly what it is. But yeah, so that's really all I got. So I'm not going to keep you guys here and just waste a bunch of time talking nonsense. I know you guys are here to see, you know, content about the charts. You guys are here to see what's going on in Hex, where we're going. I gave you guys that, so just look out for that going forward as price moves its way around. Follow me on Twitter. Crypto Jenkinz is my Twitter with the Z. I believe it's my Twitter name. If that's not the right Twitter handle, somebody just help me, you know, get that out there. But follow me on Twitter or whatnot. Message me on Twitter if you guys have any questions or concerns. I'm going to keep posting updates of the charts. By the way, Thursday nights reserve this time. Going forward, this is going to be a new thing on the Discourse Syndicate channel, the DS Network. I'm going to be here Thursday night calling it TNT, Thursday Night Technical Analysis. So I'll be here every Thursday, 9 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, however that works in America. 9 p.m. Central Time, that's all I know. If you guys can figure that out, I'll be here every Thursday going through the charts. So remember what we talked about in this chart. Next week when I come on, I'll give you updates exactly about where we left off, where we're going. Hopefully by next week, what day is that? The 24th. 24th, we should, hopefully by the 24th, we flip 10 cents into a support line. If we flip 10 cents into a support line on the 24th, I'm still sticking to my 13 cents by the end of June. So I'm very bullish, and very ambitious with my price. If you guys know me, I don't get that ambitious. I like to be more conservative with my predictions, but it's easy with Hex. I can tell you guys $1 tomorrow, and it probably could happen. But yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated. Follow me on Twitter if you guys have any questions or whatnot. If not, I will see you guys later. Let's see. Melv Tony, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And like I said, sorry if I didn't catch all the comments. When I first started, I talked a lot. There's a lot of comments that got passed. So I'll be better next time with catching up with the comments. All right. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good night. Wait, I don't think I ended the stream. I think I just left the studio. There we go. All right, so you